Wherever you are around the world, welcome to the Sano International Cricket Ground here in Japan. Match day 2 of the ICC Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup East Asia Pacific Qualifier Division 1. Japan looking to go back-to-back after their 106-run win yesterday, taking on Fiji in their first match of the tournament. A quick look at the teams. As you can see on screen, a couple of changes for the hosts after their electric win yesterday. The first outing, as mentioned, for Josateki Malani's side. Here at the home of cricket in Japan, some final words of wisdom in the two camps before a 12 o'clock start here. Once again, delayed due to some rain this morning here in Sano, about 80 kilometers north of Tokyo, the Tochigi prefecture. Slightly different playing conditions from the ones you would have seen yesterday if you tuned in. Instead of a 35 over game yesterday, we have a 40 over game today. Power plays of 8 overs, 24 overs and 8 overs at the end. Maximum overs per bowler is 8. and a 30-minute interval in between today. So again, it's forced Japan to be on their toes here at home. Today rocking their cherry blossom pink kit today. On the road to the ICC Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup next year in Namibia and Zimbabwe. Of course, the winner of this double round robin tournament will be the East Asia Pacific Associate Representative at that tournament, joining fellow EAP teams Australia and New Zealand. If you missed the action yesterday, it was a 106-run win for Japan here on the same, not only the same ground, but the same surface as well. We're restricted to 35 overs a side. Japan posted 8 for 177 in some tricky conditions. Strong opening partnership setting the foundation for the team. And then a couple of early blows at the top thanks to their two left-arm quicks who we will see again today. Kai Wall and Kazuma Kato-Stafford. Kai Wall taking the new ball again from the same end he did yesterday. With the Kurosawa Mountains in the backdrop. Ready to go here in Sano. For a split second, thought he might have made immediate headway, Kai Wall. He was impressive yesterday. Two quicks bowling the first 7 overs in the power play, and then Japan, Nikhil Pol in the side, turned to spin. Did manage to pick up a wicket each, the two left-arm quicks, and gave very little away. And set up a really strong bowling effort. A little bit shorter and wider. Can't remember off the top of my head a loose ball from Kai Wall yesterday. He managed to bowl one second up today. Daniel Beswick joining you here in the comm box. Once again, warm welcome wherever you are around watching the YouTube stream. The comment section, I'm sure we'll get a workout again today. Again, maybe being a tad harsh, Kai not quite finding his line and length as quick as he did yesterday. He gave very little away in the first wicket, hitting the top of off stump to set the rot through the Papua New Guinea lineup. And struggled to form a partnership of note in the reply yesterday, bowled out for 71. This one being adjudicated as a wide as well. The tournament format's a double round robin, as we mentioned, 2 points for a win, 1 point for a no result, and 0 points for a defeat. The most points at the end of the double round robin will go through to the Cricket World Cup. No final. Again, down the leg side. Struggling to find his spots early. And then after first power play was over, Japan turned to spin, and PNG had some success of their own with their spin bowling yesterday. Japan, who replied in excellent fashion. Mike Kamakamitha opening the batting with Vakatawa Jone. First opportunity for us to see Fiji. They beat Papua New Guinea the last cycle, which put them ahead as an automatic qualifier here for Division 1. Straight to captain at mid-off, Nikhil Pol. In tricky conditions yesterday, made a score of note at the top of the order and was a real point of difference alongside the player of the match, Niha Palmer. He ended up making it well-built 50, taking 4 for 4, cleaning up the tail as well. End of the first over, just the 3 wides adding to the total. Fiji begin their campaign 3 for no loss after the end of their first over. So the Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup next year in Namibia and Zimbabwe, a 16-team tournament. Qualification in other regions already concluded as spots are running out to be taken. Tanzania, the big shock in Africa, overturning Namibia, the biggest headline from regional qualification. Afghanistan taking the spot in Asia. That was held in Nepal last week. Thought was a little tickle there, and almost an immediate reward for Kazuma Kato Stafford. Plenty of under-19 qualification experience for Kato Stafford now. Senior international experience as well, of course. 14 wickets in his first 10 T20Is. Given opportunities. Nice late cut there. John A. Single, first run off the bat for the Flying Fijians. As mentioned, Kazuma Kato Stafford was a member of the 2024 East Asia Cup on the senior side, and recent bilateral series they hosted here in Sano against Mongolia. Managed to take 5 for 7 in the second match of that particular series. On the button early, as he was yesterday. Was the spin group that took the headlines at the end of yesterday, but it must be said it was set up by an imposing new ball partnership between these two left armers. Worth reiterating the match parameters again today. Again losing 10 overs aside here. We lost 15 aside yesterday. The match began around noon local time, 40 overs per team. Maximum overs per bowler, 8, also fifth of the total allotment in the 3 power plays. Power play 1, 8 overs. The middle power play 24, and the final power play at 8 overs as well. For just unable to find his timing. We did see yesterday, especially in the second innings, a little bit of a change or a little bit of a difficulty for Papua New Guinea's batters to adjust to the conditions. If anything, exemplified and underlined how good Nikhil Pol and Nihar Palmer were at the beginning of their innings yesterday. End of the second over. Fiji 4 without loss. Pleasure to be here in Sano, home of cricket in Japan and real benchmark for the EAP region in terms of facilities and resources. Plenty of work done not only on the field but off the field and behind the scenes as well through a number of employees here at the JCA. Doing their bits and pieces here in the tea room. Lovely facility here, dedicated cafe. On the pull is Johnny. Timed that expertly well for Fiji's first boundary. And immediately a sign of where Johnny's strengths lie. Into the gap. Another good push from Johnny. Should pick up a second. Left-hander starting to build into his work. Good applause from the Fiji camp. They know if they can get off to a decent start here and make a strong first impression. Just asks a few questions of the hosts. He loves it in that area. There is protection now in a deep square leg. Let us know where you're watching from in the comment section on the Japan Cricket YouTube account. Plenty of attention across the cricket loving world. It's good to see yesterday. Short and wide, and that might have been half a chance of some outstretched arms at the non-striker's end. Into the over, 11 for no loss. Chopped on, and in similar vein to yesterday, Kazuma Kato Stafford hurries up the opener and the left-hander to boot. A little bit of deja vu First blood, Japan. Take a look on the replay. Too close to cut that for Johnette. Despite a few little jabs from the Fijian opener, he walks back forlornly. The batter is here, Manada, number 3. That's the lengthened line across the right-hander and a little bit of life. Not quite seen that so far here in Sano, especially at that end. But Makato Stafford just a yard quicker than his opening partner. Straight down the leg side. Thoughts of one there, but one striker not exactly in the spot ready to back up. Should be one there this time. End of the 4th over, Fiji 13 for 1. Japan winning, should I say Fiji winning the toss and electing to bat. Both sides happy to bat first had they won the toss. Fiji perhaps having seen yesterday's action, maybe wanting to get on nice and early, and it looks like an early turn to spin here for the hosts. It was thrown up as a potential plan speaking to the leadership group yesterday. Yesterday, just the power play, 1 of 7 overs. They bowled all 7 overs of pace and then immediately went to spin afterwards, but turned to Harah Hins early, perhaps thinking that Fiji are preferring the pace on the ball. They've got one slip in place and a short leg, as you can see there on screen. Only 2 men out allowed, of course, still in the power play, both on the leg side. And with John A, of course, being dismissed in the previous over, it's given the chance for the left arm orthodox to operate against 2 right-handers as well. Just a different look here for the number 3, Manara. Chopped on again, just highlighting the pace of the wicket is a little bit tough to read, especially if you're a newer batter coming in. Squared up. Harah Hins did go wicketless yesterday. It wasn't for the lack of trying or effort or even quality. First real expansive shot from Manara, only picks up 1 for his efforts. Ends the 5th over. 14 for 1. Just joined us again, another revised over match here in Sano with some rain this morning. Maybe with a look to try and preserve this wicket a little bit conservative, but we could have been a case playing fractionally earlier, but in the end with the extra half an hour given and other considerations, 40 overs aside, fair compromise as we see return to left arm pace. Couple Stafford allowed to continue. There might have been some chat maybe of a double change, but maybe just looking to generate that extra pace and bounce that Kartal Stafford is able to extract. Sure, it doesn't quite hurry up on Manara. John Wesley College product. Leah Manara. Solid in defence. Probably the stiffest challenge here for a top order player at the tournament is Kartal Stafford. Half a shout from the bowler. Too many doubts on a couple of variables there. Look back. having to rub the top of his leg there. Obviously missed the top of the pad flap. Eight over power play 1, as we mentioned before, with the revised playing conditions. Only 2 men out allowed outside the inner circle. Currently a deep third man and a deep square leg. Some insurance to dig in short if he wants to. Plain miss. 6 overs gone, Fiji 14 for 1. And cherry blossom season might be over here in Japan, but blossoms will bloom at the end of this tournament, with the winner nabbing a ticket to the Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup next year in Namibia and Zimbabwe. New Zealand having to re-qualify in the last cycle, took the spot from the qualifier, so an opportunity here, a golden chance for one of these 3 teams. Plain miss. That's a beauty from Cartel Stafford. Big applause around the tea room and the buildings up here in the SICG. The best views in the house here, 2 stories up. Opportunity for a game ball touch for Timothy Moore coming into the team today. Bowler was interested for a potential return catch there, falling short. On the up, again just short of the short cover. Actually run through for a single. Another plain miss, right on top of his 2 opponents here. Harah Hins. The man out there, but it's just short of him. It's a good attempt by the deep mid-wicket fielder. In the end, good running to churn out a couple of extra runs there from Kamikamitha. End of the 7th over, 17 for 1. Mentioned 2 changes for Japan. The 2 men making way, Riki Ozeki and Tomorea. Hurrying up the right-hander there again is Cartel Stafford. Maxi Makawa Lin, Timothy Moore today. Plain miss. It was a half volley and an opportunity for Kamikamitha, unable to capitalise. crease there again. Last ball, I should say, of the power play. I suspect that they might just keep the foot down in terms of fielding positions. A penny for Nikhil Pol's thoughts at mid-off. Throws the ball back to his bowler. Miss again, an opportunity for Kamakamitha not taken. The end of the power play. Fiji 17 for 1 here this morning in Sano. So again, a slightly foggy and misty day here in Sano, but the Browns team doing a magnificent job to get cricket up and running here today. Mahesh Papage and Todd Blackhurst doing a good job getting the hairdryer and the leaf blower out in parts to dry parts of the surface. And a close inspection from the 3 umpires standing today. Plenty of responsibilities for a 3rd umpire in spite of having no TV umpiring decisions. Again, Harah Hins on the money. Brother, of course, Gabby also in the team. Quicker one, but it's an excellent reply from Manara. Cuts and cuts hard for 4. Nice little battle here between bowler and batter. Extra little dimension to this one. Saw PNG's innings as well. A little bit tough to get going here on this surface. A new one for these 2 teams. PNG yesterday and Fiji today to bat on. Not a massive turf facility in Fiji of note. Bowled him! Ball maybe just holding up in the wicket a fraction. As we mentioned, maybe the difference in conditions just bringing Manara undone. Brought that extra man in on the offside. His eye line maybe, but execution there from Manara left a little bit to be desired. Harah Hins picks up his first wicket. With that full wicket, we see the entrance of Fiji's captain, Josateki Malani. Top ball to begin Malani's campaign with the bat, 21 for 2, 9 overs. Malani just under a month out from his 18th birthday, captaining the team. Kamitha, meanwhile, just 16. The player of the match yesterday, Harah Palmer, and his leg spin, brought in fractionally earlier than was brought in yesterday. So Tani Kelly combined with Harah Hins yesterday in large part. Oh, top edge, and that's going to fall into the mitts of the keeper. Skylar Nakayama Cook takes probably one of the easiest catches you'll ever take. And everything that Harah Palmer does turns to gold at this point. A wicket with the first ball of his spell. Manav Narayan, the number 5 for Fiji. Story. Manav, currently in Australia, playing for the University of New South Wales at present. That he knows very well in the opposition here, Manav Narayan, is Max Yonakawa Lin, also at the University of New South Wales club player as well. Many times players in the EAP region cross paths, and not just at pathway events like this. Looking to whip into the leg side is Narayan, and himself off the mark. Imposing figure, Narayan, sporting the number 9 shirt. End of the 10th over, Fiji 22 for 3. Of course, while it doesn't necessarily count, it's a stretch of, as Alan Kerr rightly points out, 3 wickets in 3 consecutive balls, albeit across 2 matches for Nihar Palmer, finishing off with wicket against PNG yesterday and a wicket first ball here today. Shout from Harah Hins. It's going to be a key matchup, you feel, this one. Left-handed batter in might be able to manipulate the field a little bit better than his right-handed counterparts. Hacked offside field in the infield. A little inside edge there. And pick up at least one. Tim Moore. Plenty of encouragement from his teammates. Right-left combination just means an automatic shuffle in the field here. Another little question to ask of Nikhil Pole at mid-off. Keeping the short cover in for Malani. Three fielders on the offside, very tightly squeezed together, albeit in different depths. Sort of extra cover region, we've got a short cover, an extra short cover, and a regulation cover. Beauty from Harah Hins. He's got it on a string at the moment. Short of his time, but oh, huge mix-up. It really should be out. He might have made his ground just. It's not just enough. It was a horrible piece of running, it must be said. What a long way to motor, and in the end, just having to pick the ball up. Harah Hins will take the ball and move it all the way to the stumps, and long dive, just doing enough to make his ground. Might have come at a cost here for Malani and Fiji. A little bit ginger to get up. The team doctor runs out. End of the over, meanwhile, 24 for 3. a little delay. Milani up and ready to continue. Palmer to bowl. Second over of his allotment. What a delivery from Harah Palmer. The batter stood his ground here for the moment. I'm 100% sure we're a long way away here. Maybe just informing the batter that he had outstretched and his foot was not grounded behind the line of the crease, as we just take a look at the replay here. Maybe even took the top of off stump. A long way back here in the Combox in the old high school building here at the Sano International Cricket Ground. You at home probably get a better look at that angle than I do, in fairness. Fiji find themselves in a hole at 24 for 4. This bowling effort from Japan very much going in the same direction as their performance yesterday. Bowl him. And another opportunity here. Harah Palmer on a hat-trick. So after taking a quasi hat-trick across both games, 2 wickets at the end of the last match and 1 with the first ball of his spell here, he's got the opportunity to take one within the over of the same match. All at sea here was the new batter, Bakalolama, who walks back almost as quickly as he set out. The Fijian dugout scurrying to get the new man padded up and out, walking out to bat as Harah Palmer prepares for a hat-trick delivery. It's been a golden couple of weeks for this young man, Harah Palmer, on the verge of becoming Japan's record run scorer at under-19 men's level. Taking a bucket load of wickets now. This is already 7 for the tournament. And the 17-year-old from the Alpha Quashers has the chance to create some more history in Japan colours. Better the new batter. Unfortunately, just fluffs his lines a little bit. Barely put a foot wrong in the 2 matches thus far. If that's going to be your one error, doing a pretty good job. And returns just to attack the stumps again. Probing and asking several questions. Thaka better. The field went up. The short leg was the one that instigated the polite inquiry to the umpire. Calls of yes. It's a well-run single. Good Thaka better to get off the mark. Two balls left in the 12th over. Oh, well, similar figures to yesterday. taking 4 for 4 yesterday. 3 for 3 to his name here. Completely at sea. Fijian batting line up against this tour de force of a spin bowling attack of Japan. Spinning signal conditions. Agricultural sweep. And pick up should be 2. Simply too good. Charlie Harah Hins picks up his second. Fakathuka bereft of answers. Penny Maui, the new batter for Fiji. Helpless situation at 27 for 6. Harah Hins bowled with that reward yesterday. Karma coming back into his favour today. Oh, for a moment there I thought that disturbed the stumps once more. It's a foot race for the short leg fielder having to collect this one. In fact, it's his brother as well, Gabby, who's had to retrieve that. Sporting number 42, Gabby Harah Hins. Not sure if the... Oh, and again, flirting with the stumps, albeit with the bottom edge. Gabby Harah Hins. Up on that previous over. Didn't have a chance to speak to Gabby Harah Hins yet. Might be a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy fan. Number 42 sporting on his back. And again, no answer for Japan's spin bowling brigade. Neha Palmer took 4 for 4 of 3.4 overs yesterday. He's got 4 for 4 in 2.1 overs today. Joeli Mawala, the new batter. Senior experience in the form of Joeli Mawala. We'll see him, no doubt, with the ball feature heavily for the Fijian side. And again, too good. Simply too good. Keeping the scorers and everyone here on their toes, not only taking a bucket load of wickets, but racing through the over as well. While looking to sweep into the leg side, unable to connect. There's just been no solution for Fiji here today with the bat. Top edge, man running around and put down. It's been the only blip for Japan thus far today, it must be said. Kai Wall put down the chance there. Well driven by, I think it's still Narayan out there. We might try and get that score updated for you. 32 for 7, 14 overs gone. Slightly more expensive for Palmer today, 4 for 5 after taking 4 for 4 yesterday. Harah Hins to begin his 6th over. Happy to continue defending. Still 26 overs left in this innings for Fiji. Again, another rain-reduced match here in Sano. Top edge, high. There's a man underneath this, and he's misread it entirely. In the end, it might have even rolling over the rope for 4. It's 2 drop catches in the space of 2 overs for the hosts. Matsuyanakawa Lin there putting down the chance. Just checking this one, yeah, has eventually been signalled as 4. It was given up on by Lynn. Not sure if it was just a dejected Yonakawa Lynn there, or Knew that it rolled over the rope. Had the Fijian dugout next to him, who I'm sure told him a boundary was scored. Again, Moala looks to free his arms, this time just for one. Deprived of the strike here, Manok Narayan. Maybe that score updated for you on the stream. It is him that is in for Fiji. Worked into the leg side, Narayan. He should pick up a second. As Harah Hins cleans up, fielding off the bowling of his own brother. Thought about expansive drive there, Narayan. In the end, he's almost yorked himself. End of the 15th over, Fiji 39 for 7. So after bowling out Papua New Guinea for 71 yesterday, Japan have the opportunity to outdo their own efforts. And with 3 wickets left to potentially be taken here, Palmer has the opportunity to almost be into double figures in the wicket column. 2 matches in. Picked up 4 for 4 yesterday, of course. Moala, must be said, of course, with a little bit more senior experience than his counterparts, is a little bit more comfortable than some of the other members of the top order. Short, pulled away. There's a man out there and falls short of him. Moala gesticulating that he should have found a gap and hit that a little bit harder into a different part of the ground. Quick shout of 1 from Narayan, get down the other end. Falls short of the man at long on. Four men allowed outside in this power play. 24 over power play. Yes, power play 2. 5 overs. Oh, the leading edge. It's a good one from Palmer. Japan happy with just 2 men out. Say. Early shout of 1 again from Narayan. Starting to look a little bit more comfortable, this pair in the middle, but plenty of work to do. 43 for 7. Palmer finishes his 4th over. For just 9. Quick look at the bowling thus far. All just bowling his 2 overs as we take a quick drink here in Sano. 43 for 7 again, the Fijian side. Kaiwal bowling the 2 overs, none for 10. Kazumakato Stafford 4 overs, 1 for 3, and then it's been death by spin again for Fiji with Japan's pair. Tying things up, Harah Hins 6 overs, 2 for 19, and Mihar Palmer at the other end, 4 for 9 off 4 overs. As we mentioned, he picked up 2 wickets at the end of the match in successive balls yesterday, and he backed that up with a wicket first ball here today. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite count as a hat-trick, a quasi hat-trick I think we can call it, across the 2 matches, and he was on a hat-trick again today, unable to challenge the batter with the 3rd delivery, unfortunately for him. And now 7 wickets down. This pairing, at least from a Fijian point of view, have at least shown signs of landing a couple of lofty blows with the bat. And I cannot see at this point the Fijians making a defendable score, but as we know yesterday, batting in the 2nd innings wasn't exactly easy for Papua New Guinea. They were bowled out for 71. Japan, of course, raging favourites once again, but still have to, of course, chase down whatever is set for them. Daniel Beswick here in the Combox at the Sano International Cricket Ground. It's again an immense pleasure to be here covering cricket in Japan, the home of Japanese cricket here in Sano. Get the opportunity to visit here. I can personally attest this one's been on the bucket list for a long time, as it should be for you as well. Let us know where you're watching the action from. Of course, plenty of fans, friends, family and fans here at the grounds watching on. Fans across the country and across the world. Of course, the big ticket item is a ticket itself, a ticket to an Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup early next year for the winning team in this competition. An outstanding opportunity for one of these 3 teams. They've all featured at the tournament proper before at least once. Struck on the pad and given LBW. Little hesitation from the umpire. Narayan trying to work that into the leg side across the line. And take a look at the replay. Hitting low on the pad and on about off stump and not turning past the leg stump. So an easy decision, that one, for the umpire, and a disappointing end for Manav Narayan. Did threaten in parts, but unfortunately sees a similar fate to that of 7 of his teammates. Number 10 for Fiji, Matai Ledawa. First opportunity of the tournament with bat in hand. In the most ideal situation, or the one he would have wanted. Tossed up from Harah Hins. He's been rewarded for his toils. Actually, across both matches, he was there when Hugo Tani Kelly took wickets at the other end. A little bit unlucky himself. Just like yesterday, really given the opposition an opportunity to fill their boots with runs. Almost metronomic in parts as Charlie Harah Hins been today. Bodes well, should they be the team to go on and qualify. Real encouraging this for everyone at the JCA going up to the next level. Well fielded. Again, stacked and packed offside field. Harah Hins has executed the plan to near perfection, it must be said. And another nick tickle behind? No. Definitely a noise. Might have been bat on ground. Ottawa survives. 43 for 8. So Tailenders survives. Off the face of the bat and hit high and long and over the fence, or over the fielder I should say, for 6. A mighty blow by the senior international Moala. Didn't quite get to the pitch of the ball, nor that it mattered. Wants to go one more time. Has he looped this over pole? Just. He's put down a tough chance, the captain. Well, after that, running 2. Happy to defend this time after the chance given up. Ballooning Palmer's figures a little here. Big play and miss. Losing his shape there. Moala will be disappointed with that. Doesn't have to try and hit the ball too hard. We've already seen this over that calculated aerial shot with timing will carry the rope. Energy has been up from Japan's fielders, scurrying between overs, vocal in their chat. Swatted into the leg side, but there is a man out there. Just was going to be one. In the end, they're going to run a second. Good game awareness that from Moala. End of the 18th over, 53 for 8. And most prosperous over for Fiji today. Off that over, easily the best from a Fijian standpoint. Harah Hins continues. A few occasions that Harah Hins has strayed down the leg side today. Ready to bowl out. He's bowled his 7 overs straight and bowled with great aplomb once again. Rewarded with 3 wickets today. Mentioned he was seen off yesterday. He only went for 8 across his 4 overs. Tossed up. It was too tempting for the number 10. Again, all at sea. Bold dismissal stacking up here for Fiji. The 7th bold dismissal today Jonathani Talilala, the number 11 for Fiji. Despite a couple of lusty blows in the previous over, it's been one-way Sano traffic for the men in pink in Japan. Harah Hins with the opportunity to take a 5-wicket haul. And he's done just that. The easiest of catches at short cover. The ball handed to Harah Hins for his 5-wicket haul. And after being the bridesmaid yesterday, Harah Hins wicketless despite his unrelenting accuracy. He's been rewarded today with 5 wickets to his name. A simple one for the man at short cover. Gifted the ball as part of the celebrations. And Japan can walk off knowing that half a job has been done here in Sano. Bowling out Fiji inside 19 overs for just 54. Again, despite the best efforts of Joeli Mawala, who has probably earned himself a promotion in the batting order, it's been all the hosts. As you can see on that scorecard, Mawala the only player to make double figures. Zuma Kato Stafford there taking an early wicket of Vakatawa John chopping on, but outside of that, it's been, again, spin, strangling the Fijian side in Sano. 4 again for Niha Palmer, 5 for Harah Hins, deserved 5-wicket haul. As you can see the bowling figures there. Niha Palmer moves to 8 wickets for the tournament with his 4 for 19. Harah Hins, again, a little bit out of luck yesterday, but luck came back in spades for him today. 5-wicket haul. Makato Stafford taking that early wicket. And Highwall seeing if he could extract anything there, just going for 10 off his 2 overs, but they outdo themselves after yesterday being holding Papua New Guinea to 71. They've bowled Fiji out today for 54. It means that they require just 55 runs to win to go 2 from 2 at the East Asia Pacific ICC Men's Under-19 World Cup Division 1 tournament. The opportunity to go undefeated, back-to-back wins. 40 overs to collect 55. We'll be back in just under half an hour's time. A half an hour break here today. Play resuming at about 1:45 local time. Join us again then. Enjoy yourselves in the comment section in the Japan Cricket Association stream. In the meantime, we're going to take some lunch and some of the great catering here in Sano. Join us in half an hour for the second innings. Welcome back to the Sano International Cricket Ground. Second innings, not too far away here in the home of Japan cricket, and it is the hosts well on top, needing just 55 to win to claim consecutive victories to begin their EAP Division 1 Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup qualifier campaign. See on screen there the Fijian huddle. Bounding over are the Japanese opening pair of Nikhil Pol and Nihar Palmer. They created such a strong platform and built a strong platform yesterday, ready to emulate that success today. It's a joy to be bringing you cricket here from Japan, the Japan Cricket Association YouTube page, live and free. You're going to see familiar face with a new ball from a Fijian point of view, already a senior international in his own right, Joeli Mawala. If they were to somehow pull this match out of the fire, you would think that he'd have to make some serious headway with the new ball. Only one new ball being used for each innings, not a new ball at each end. No surprises, he's been given the first chance to use the facilities. To Nikhil Pol here first up. Leave alone. Plenty of energy in the Fiji camp, knowing that they've got to be on the button from the very first ball here if they are to salvage anything. Down the leg side, so Japan get their innings underway with an extra. And as we mentioned, Joeli Mawala played in the senior men's team half a dozen times at the T20 World Cup sub-regional qualifier last year in the Pacific region. It was held in Samoa. This one also judged a wide over-correcting. As mentioned, yeah, Mawala is a member of that Fijian bowling attack and certainly shown, whilst very raw, an aptitude of bowling relatively quick and moving the ball either way. He took 3 wicket hauls at the end of the campaign against Vanuatu and the Cook Islands. Also picked up 2 for 9 against the Cook Islands earlier in that tournament as well. might have just seen there, he does have a little bit of trouble with his run up at times and the rhythm into the crease. And certainly plenty to like about parts of his action though. Struggling to find his line and length. If you've just joined us, Japan lost the toss. Just a techie. Maloney decided he wanted to bat first here. Japan were again relentless with ball in hand. Racing through Fiji's top order. Kazuma, Kato, Stafford started the rot, and it was 9 wickets of spin. 2 slips in play still, around the wicket now. Struck on the pad. I tell you what, this is very close. There was an intense deliberation there at the non-striker's end for the umpire. Going down the leg side, one would suspect around the wicket. Excited, just the height obviously wasn't an issue. You would suspect that the Fijians will go up for absolutely everything here. Full toss. Off the face of the bat for Nikhil Pol. He might even collect an overthrow in the end. Nihar Palmer conservatively opts against that. 3 wides here. Still plenty of bowling here for Moala to do. Just a quick chat with the umpire. Might be around the idea of running down the middle of the pitch. It's a slightly different kettle of fish here, especially for the Fijian side. Haven't played a lot of turf cricket, so on the pitch isn't exactly a facet of the game to consider a lot of the time. Nice hit again. Again struggling just to not run down the protected zone. It's very difficult for the right armer slinging it like Moala does to not run down the middle of the pitch. As we just see the umpire again. A little bit of common sense here in consideration with all of that discussed. One of them might have been a formal warning, but you generally find, especially with junior tournaments and players who don't particularly play a lot of turf cricket, a little more considerate. Also given a wide. Well played, off the toes of Nikhil Pol. Should collect at least 2, and they'll be happy with those 2. End of the over, 6 off with the 4 wides and the 2 runs off the bat. 6 for no loss, first over bowled. whole lot needed for Japan to maintain obviously the required rate. You would figure that they'll try and attack this target as they would any other, albeit a little bit more aggressively in the hope that they can boost their net run rate a little bit more. Obviously need to win first. Penny Maui take the new ball at the mountain end. Slip in place for Maui. Different sort of kettle of fish for Nihar Palmer to negotiate here. He does prefer the pace on the ball. Palmer works into the leg side for one. Player of the match yesterday, of course. He would be in the running today, although you would think he'd be pipped by his spin bowling partner in Charlie Harah Hins. Opportunity to the left-hander. Take a look at Maui. Worked into the leg side for an easy single. Do we see this as a bit of a trend in Fijian cricket where slow, medium pace bowlers not really using their fingers, still keeping the ball seam up? You can tell they've played a lot of turf, should I say synthetic wicket cricket where they just set the pace off the ball. Umpire again involved, just telling the Fijian players to keep the throws up. Seen over the years a number of Fijian players at the senior level bowl a similar style. Left armour Jornavundi playing for Fiji national team well into his 50s. This one a little too short. There is protection out there. Should just be the one. Power play one, of course, just the two players permitted outside the circle. And the cover and the man at deep mid wicket at the end of the second over. For no loss. 2 overs gone. Another 46 required for Japan to go 2 from 2 and to get another step closer to a World Cup dream. Of course, they were there in 2020 as well. Also in a similar region to where the next Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup will be held. That was in South Africa. This one coming up in Zimbabwe and Namibia. 16-team tournament and one team going through from this qualifier out of the 3. Here's Mawala again. And that fine leg should keep this to 1. Does. 2 men outside the circle, both well and truly behind square. One at a deep third man and one at backward square leg, almost a fine leg as we see the force change in field with the left-right combination. Again, instructing the umpire that he wants to bowl around the wicket to the left-hander. It's a big full toss. We'll see the ruling here. It's been given a legal wicket underneath the waist. It's a sad way for the captain to go. Not that Fiji will mind. The slice of good fortune and a line ball call there for the Fijians. Comes the end of the captain's day with the bat. Quality look maybe on a side on angle, but it looked as if it was one of those ones where the team would kind of see it going their way. A Japanese fan or player or employee, you're probably thinking that's a no ball. Fijians are probably thinking maybe that's looping underneath. In the end, the only opinion that matters is the square leg umpires. Your pole has to depart. It brings out the new batter. Looks like Hugo Tani Kelly, if I'm not mistaken. Get that confirmed in a moment. He's listed at number 3. Oh, a lovely delivery from Moala. That's what he's capable of. When he gets it all right, this young man, no batter in the region at this level is safe. Full toss this time. This is the danger for his opponents, Joelle Moala, that he's almost so erratic that he ends up coming back around as being an incredibly effective bowler. Short this time. Tony Kelly more than happy just to bat that one back into the leg side for a dot ball. Back to the bowler. A successful over for Fiji. Hasn't been a day of much success for the men in light blue, but they do enjoy one moment of celebration. 10 for 1. Big full toss and wide of the man at point. There is a man out there protecting the boundary. Two noises, and it's edge into gloves. Hugo Tani Kelly's got to go. What a moment for Penny Maui. Well, I would go short of saying that that's a match-turning moment, but Fiji's goal was to ask some serious questions of the hosts here in Sano. They've done an excellent job. And Penny Marway's nudies have proved ever so effective on a wicket that has looked a little bit inconsistent in parts, but nothing out of the ordinary. Left alone. Fijian flyers are up and about. Zumakato Stafford at number 4. Didn't quite make a start yesterday. On the up and just wide of the two fielders. It'll probably beat the man in the deep as well. His placement excellent, but at catchable height. Again, tough with the ball not quite coming onto the bat. Almost caught in two minds as a batter waiting for that to reach the other end. Dragged down this time, but he's not punished for it. Again, the umpire's telling the fielding side to try and keep the ball up. Over bowled. Real spring in the step of the Fijians. $15 for 2. While continuing on to Palmer. Line length excellent there. Well run down though by the player of the match yesterday. With it again. Looks off straight to the fielder. I've been given a couple of opportunities to maybe try and bring proceedings well and truly back in their favour. Japan, who have been on top for 95% of this match, and unfortunately been able just to pick out the fielders. Just peppering the body around the wicket. Moala again being told to keep off the protected area. He might have to almost force himself to bowl over the wicket. And yeah, as you can see the umpire now, I think this is going to be either a formal warning or they're actually going to rip him out of the attack altogether. does at this point go back to his mark. The impression here that he might just have to force himself to bowl over the wicket, which in fairness wouldn't be the worst tactic. Maybe push it across the left-hander. Very much a habit for him, having played on synthetic pitches. You can see him running off there, but it's actually impeding his delivery itself now. Walker, well delivered there. A Fiji spearhead. This time. Stafford more than happy just to take the single. It's a good opportunity just to get some time in the middle for Kazuma Stafford. Didn't quite make the start of note yesterday. He is the most capped under-19 international for Japan, having played across multiple qualification campaigns. Member of the senior squad now as well. I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast. Just taking the pace off this time. 5 overs gone. Japan, not exactly plain sailing. 17 for 2. Context of this tournament, of course, massive. The winner of this tournament going on to the ICC Men's Under-19 Cricket World Cup. Would end it. 6-year wait for Japan should they qualify between drinks. Is Maui? Edge. Might have even been bat on ground. We'll wait the decision of the umpire here and the signal. Spire's given, so bat onto the pitch. Of course, yeah, competed at the 2020 ICC Men's Under-19 Cricket World Cup. That was in South Africa. Should they go back there? Be 6 years later. As for Fiji, it would be a 10-year wait over after playing in their first Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup in 2016. Any fond memories of that tournament, despite finishing last. Well dug out in the end by Palmer. Penny Volleyball of Lunawanga, of course, the senior national team captain of Fiji now, was a member of that Under-19 squad. Slower ball wide of the man at short mid-wicket. Just the one, though, with the man out in the deep. Still in the power play, of course. 8 over power play ones today. 40 overs aside. Innings, of course, standard practice. Just the 2 players out, permitted outside the circle. Just the 1 new ball, though, for the fielding side in this particular tournament. Not 2 as you would see in senior ODIs. Stafford more than happy just to knock that one back to the bowler. hold up and play here, resuming. Energy maintained for Fiji. 6 overs gone. Japan 20 for 2. Mawala to Bolly's 4th. Full toss. Straight to the man at point. So, again, it was a bit of a habit of Japan's players parts of the innings yesterday, just unable to find gaps. While Palmer did recover yesterday and make a real score of note and came really busy at the crease, didn't throw away his wicket. He, even by his own admission, said that he was a little bit prone to finding the fielders. On to the total, albeit an extra, down the leg side. Again, straight to that man, just behind square on the offside at point. Lack of composure there for a second, maybe a lapse of concentration. Fiji at least proving it to themselves that at least in the field they can compete with the team's best here. Up Palmer a little bit on that occasion as well. Dropped. I think there was a little outside edge. Palmer gave it away. Plenty of carry through to the keeper, who might actually be a couple of metres too far in. This would have been an interesting moment had that gone safely into the keeper's gloves. Thakabera. Goodness me. He wants to push them through Mawala, he certainly can. Palmer survives. 21 for 2, 7 overs gone. Maui again to bowl his fourth. This is the last over of power play 1. Oh, as he popped it up to the fielder. What a take, low to his left and running in. Fiji have a third. Again, it's not to be for Kazuma Kato Stafford with the bat today. Man leading the race for player of the match honours today, Harah Hins in at number 5, and we're thinking that his day might have been done a little bit earlier. In the end, he needs to ensure that he can get his Japanese troops home. As you can imagine, the Fijian fielders are up every single delivery here. He's given a gift to work onto the leg side and to open his account for the day. Penny Maui, still a student at the Suva Muslim High School. Still 17 years of age as well. Looking for a gap, and he does eventually find it, Palmer, albeit with the help of a misfield. Middle of his bat, importantly, rolling to the fence before. Too short. Palmer works into a gap. There's a call of 2. Easily collect the second. End of the power play, 28 for 3. Be the first change of bowling as well. Rakatawa Jone, who opened the batting as well for Fiji. Left arm orthodox spin. Hails from Nabua. Outskirts of Suva, the Fijian capital. Campaign begins with a single. whose tally. And we're more than happy if they can pick off these singles one by one on the road to 55. Quick single there to no avail. Tricky prospect here, taking the pace off the ball. We did see how much success Japan had as well. Something similar. One down this time behind square. It's for the single. Nine overs gone. Japan inching closer to victory here on home soil. 32 for 3. Fiji won the toss today and elected to bat. Jonateki Milani informing me that there was intense discussion between himself and the coaching staff in deliberating on that. Penny Maui, meanwhile, has been given the opportunity to bowl a 5th over straight. For a moment there, that was a capital height as well, but well wide of the mid-wicket. It's just the one there with the man out in the deep. All 4 fielders permitted outside the circle are in front of square, and almost on square at square leg on the leg side. Long on. Deep cover who's not all the way out on the boundary, in a sort of catching position and a long off. Harah Hins able to place that one wide of the cover fielder. I'm actually wrong. Puts the man at the short fine leg position there for an easy single. It's been unrelenting, Maui. Tough prospect. Not a big worker of the ball with his fingers, but just the pace off is proving a difficult proposition. Wide of point, they'll collect one. Driven from Palmer, not a half volley, just able to transition his weight into the ball. Turnovers gone, Japan 37 for 3. hit from Palmer. Return catch. Palmer's just hit it straight back to him. Held up in the surface, maybe a touch as we take a look at the replay. Perhaps a concentration, maybe. Goodness me. It must be said, Japan have made a bit of a meal of this chase. Kobayashi Doggett, the new batter for Japan. The field hunting, swarming around the ball now. Staying low this time. Plenty of questions. Every ball the Fijian fielders feel like there's another chance coming. Why wouldn't they be up and about? Another dot ball. That is a maiden over. Vakatawa Johnny just keeps the foot down. Oh, and a Japanese team determined just to arrest the momentum back in their favour. 37 for 4. Over the top. Harah Hins doesn't bother running. Don't want to say that they were due a bad ball, but have to bide their time here, both of these batters. In the end, Harah Hins gets the opportunity to release the pressure a little bit. Big full toss. It's given a no ball. And again, Harah Hins swats into open space for the easiest of boundaries and a free hit incoming. It's all that really needed for Japan. Either one big over or a few moments just to ensure that everything was back on the straight and narrow. And still know they've got more to give here. Japan, after being a little bit rusty with the bat in hand, it must be said. Free hit for Harah Hins. Unable to properly capitalise, will still accumulate the one. Kobayashi dog it back on the back foot. Tucked up there was Kobayashi Doggett. Overs gone, 47 for 7 of Japan, requiring just 8. For a third over. Last over. Taking all doubt away in this one. Through the legs of the following through bowler. Harah Hins will add another one to his tally. He moves to 15. Everyone but the long on fielder inside the circle now. Kobayashi Doggett off the mark with it confident on drive. That is a beautiful back foot drive that will run to the fence for 4. It's in the conversation for shot of the day to manufacture a way to find that gap through cover. Well again to lift that one into open space for the winning runs. And Japan coast to a 6-wicket victory here in Sano to go back-to-back wins on the first 2 days of the ICC Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup East Asia Pacific Qualifier Division 1. It's a comfortable victory chasing down a target of 55 inside 13 overs. And it came off the back of that man who hit the winning runs, taking a 5-wicket haul in a complete day of cricket for him. Ably supported, of course, by Nihar Parmu, who's made a great start to his campaign as well. Taking 4 wickets in back-to-back matches. The most important dot point, Japan winning by 6 wickets here in Sano. Go 2 from 2. They have the bye tomorrow. Earn a day off after back-to-back matches. A quick look at the scorecard as well. Charlie Harah Hins, as you can see there, making a quick fire 23 from 14 balls after a slight stumble from the top order in pursuit of 55. But there's very little doubt which way this match was going to go at the halfway mark after Japan had bowled out their opponents for just 54. Penny Maui taking 2 wickets there. Nice respite there from a Fijian point of view. And there is the bowling figures. Penny Marwi, probably the pick of the bowlers there, but Joeli Mawala showing his wares as well, 1 for 11. Nakatawe Johnny, the wicket as well. And match summary there for you. Pretty clinical victory for Japan, albeit with that little stumble in the chase. They go 2 from 2 as mentioned to go outright. 4 points clear. Both their opponents, of course, opponents with a match in hand. An important game tomorrow for the 2 losing sides thus far. Papua New Guinea taking on Fiji in tomorrow's play here in Sano, with both teams looking for their first win. It's a day off for the Japanese tomorrow. I'm sure we'll enjoy already having 4 points in their pocket. Scheduled 10 a.m. start tomorrow for match day 3. Join us, of course, on the Japan Cricket Association YouTube account for all the live action, and Japanese Cricket Association social media for post-match presentation coming up in a few moments' time. For now, on behalf of myself, Daniel Beswick, and everyone here at the JCA, it is farewell from Sano.